Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? In this video we are going to go over through how to customize, how to add features, how to change themes, and all sorts of stuff related to WordPress themes. So what you are looking at now is the default installation of WordPress. This is 2021 August 25th. So what we are going to do basically is change whatever we have, whether it's a theme or plugin, whatever, we're going to change it. So the website that I want to make is a political website. This basically should look like a political website. This is actually somebody ordered the website, so that's what we are going to focus on. We want to be able to change just about everything related to WordPress. So let me first switch back to the administration panel. So this is the administration page of the WordPress, as you can see. Now I'm running this website on my local machine, which is XAMPP. As you can see in the top bar, I have this address of my website. So let's go just a little bit back to the default page of the administration panel. So right now, as you can see, first things first, as always, I want to change the language of the website. I first make sure that it's in English, as you can see. So in order to change the language for the current user, for the admin, I go over to the profile and change it to English. So let's update. Now the theme that I always like to follow, that I always like to make the child theme from, is 2017. So let's look for the theme now, because from my experience, the 2017 theme is the only theme that you can create just about every theme from. So this is by far the easiest, the most classic theme that's out there. Now again, that's just my opinion, my experience. So let's look for the 2017. Make sure you spell it like this. This is 2017. So let's install this theme. Alright, so let's also activate this theme. Now if you are familiar with WordPress themes, you already know that you can either change the parent theme or the child theme. Now the best practice is always to create a child theme and do all the customization from there. So that's pretty much what we are going to do. Now let's switch back to Sublime Text. Now here you can see I have the sites directory. So let's go to the one that we are looking at, which is UVP CHR. This is the website that we are working on currently. So let's take this website. Now there are also plugins that take just one click in order to create a child theme, but we are going through the hard part, which is also the best part. That is to do everything by ourselves. So let's take this theme. Now again, if you are doing this, if you are familiar with the child themes, you already know what we are doing right now. Child theme is a kind of theme that take everything from the parent theme and that's what allows us to do all the customization. So let's create a folder. Now let's look for the folder, new folder. So when creating a child theme, make sure you copy the name of the parent theme, which is 2017, and add the dash and put the child at the end. So basically a WordPress theme consists of a file, style.css, and an PHP file, which is index.php, and functions. But the most important ones are style.css and index.php. So let's create that file. Let's style and put the extension of .css. So what we need now is a special block of comment that tell this theme that it's a child theme from this theme, so that we'll be able to copy, to inherit whatever that is in the parent theme, but all customizations, everything that we do will be located right here under this directory. So let's go to one of the websites. Let's look for the WordPress child theme, just to copy the block, the comment block. So let's copy this block and add it right here. But now, very important, what you need to change is the template name, because this should match the name of the theme that you are inheriting it from. So let's change the theme and put it right here. So now we'll have a new theme. If we go over to the themes directory again, we'll have a new theme which is called 2015 child. Now this isn't actually 2015 child, this is actually 2017 child, so that should change as well. 2017 child. So there are some other parts of this comment, such as the name of the author and so on. So you are pretty much welcome to enter wherever you like here, but that's not important for now. What's important is how to create this theme and how to do all the customizations that we want. So that's pretty much it. Now the name should change, as you can see, 2017 child. So let's activate this theme. Now I'm not really sure yet whether this will work correctly or not, but let's first check it out. So this isn't working. The reason is because one special file is still missing. So let's create that file, which is index.php. The name of every file should start with a lowercase, just like so. So now we have two files under this directory. Let's update. So this theme isn't displaying well. So what we want now is one more file, which is functions.php. Let's go to this page right now and copy all of the scripts that define the scripts that are related to the parent theme. So what we want basically is to copy everything from the parent theme, and everything that we defined, everything custom defined, will be in the child theme. So let's open the PHP tags right now, just like so, and now let's check. Let's update this, and let's remove by the way, the index.php for now, just to debug. Let's activate this theme. Now, as you can see, this theme is displaying correctly, but we are not using the index.php because we are copying the index.php file from our parent folder, because we don't need it for now. What we need is the functions.php and styles.php. But if we, in the future, if we want to change these parts of the theme, we surely want to copy the index.php as well. So for now, let's switch back to the administration panel and go to customize settings, because we need to change some of the things that define this layout. So that thing is, we want to change the name of the website, which is displayed right here. This will be like so. Let's call this another WordPress website, but we'll change this name as well in the future. Now, one more thing before we switch to other parts of the page. Let's go to header media. Now let's remove this image. Publish. Publish basically means save. Now let's go back to home page. Now, as you can see on the home page, there are parts of the other pages of our website, such as about, contact, and so on. So what we want is remove everything that's displayed here, just to make this as classic as possible. So I think that's pretty much it. So we're done here. Now we're left with just the logo, which is the slogan of the website, and in the future we might want to add the search bar right here. This is the navigation panel. If we want to move the logo area inside the navigation panel, we can do that as well, but we're not worrying about it for now. Now I've just updated the front end of my website, and this is what I get. This is pretty much what I wanted. Now let's try to change some of the CSS code, because what we are looking at now is the current theme, which is the theme active right now. But we can make sure that if we put the universal selector and add some theme, if we add a CSS rule such as change the background color and update, we can see now that the theme is working perfectly. But we want to remove this CSS code, so let's update again, save and update. Alright, so what's next? Let's look at the template. As you can see, if we are doing this website, this template for somebody that ordered a website from us, we surely want to take a look at the prototype or the kind of website that they want, in order to have a picture in mind, in order to have understanding that they want. So make sure you have the project to look at, and then we'll copy step by step and go through the different parts of the process. Now let's say that I want to add this navigation, or just a new navigation to the top of the page. So I could have two navigations, one at the top and the other right here. So the first navigation that I want to add here will be a little smaller than this one. So, but that's not the case. That's not the most important thing. The most important thing is to copy this navigation, because we don't want to create everything from the scratch, right? So if we have this navigation already defined for us, we can just simply copy this part and add just another name for this and copy it on the top of this part of the page. So let's first take a look. Now basically, let's first add one plugin before I forget, and that plugin is Query Monitor. The plugin, which is called the Query Monitor, is the plugin that shows us the currently used template. Let's install, activate, and while it's here, let's also add another plugin, which is Classic Editor. And let's also activate it. Okay, so let's first take a look at the file which is being displayed right now. If we hover over to this part of the page, we can see now that the currently displayed used file is the index.php file from the parent directory. So what we want is basically to copy this file to our child directory in order to use it. So that way we'll have a better understanding of how WordPress works. So let's, if you noticed, I just clicked on the duplicate command, and here let's add the child, because what we're basically telling Sublime is, I want you to make a copy of this file, of the index.php file, and paste it inside the 2017 child directory. So now we have a new file right here. If we update, and the WordPress system will take whatever it takes in order to find the matching template inside the child directory. So if we update, we can see now that it's now looking at this file, which is inside the child theme. So now we can modify, change, do all sorts of stuff that we want with it. So what I wanted basically was to copy this navigation part of the page. In order to find the navigation part, I first need to go to the parent directory and find the navigation, which is located right here. So as you can see now, here we have a new navigation, but in order to find, we first need to define it inside the functions.php. In order to define a new navigation, we first need to find the corresponding code from the WordPress codec. Create navigation menu, create menu. Let's first go to this link. Here we can see that in order to create a new menu, new navigation, we need to copy this code and also add some comment. So it's not header menu anymore, it's a top menu. What we want right now is just to create a one menu. So that's pretty much it. So let's now, okay, that's it. We just created a new navigation. In order to check, let's go to menus. Now we'll have a new item, menu item, which is top menu, which is what we've created right now. So let's now create new menu, which will be called top menu, and add a few links. First, let's create it. The name of the menu will be, looks like I have already created this menu. So let's, looks like we have two menus, which is called top menu. So let's remove. Looks like we already have this menu somewhere in the file functions.php in the parent directory. I'm sorry, I forgot. This is actually the menu that we are looking at now, but this, let's call it something else. Top bar menu. Alright, so now we have a new menu. So let's create a new menu. Top bar menu. Let's specify the name that we want to attach it to. Alright, so let's now add a few links. I'll pause the video while I do this. Okay, so we have successfully created a few menu links right now. Now we are pretty much ready to display the menu that we just created. Now for this, I'm going to go over to the parent directory and find the template where my main menu is defined. So if we take a look at this part of the page, we can see now that what this is the HTML container for this menu. Now the important part of PHP is this, but aside from copying the PHP, we also want to copy the container for our menu, just to make it look like this one. So for that we need to find a way to copy this navigation. Okay, so let's first see where is the header part. If you're familiar with the layout system of WordPress, you know that pretty much the WordPress theme consists of a header, footer, and content. So this is the part that defines this area, the top area, the area that stays whenever we switch to different links. So this part is called the header. So this is the header part. This is the header template where this part is defined. So if you look at this template, you can see now that the navigation is defined right here. But before the navigation, the menu that we want should be located right here above the logo area. So we want to skip the logo area. This is the logo area, and this is the navigation that we see now. So what we need is to find a way to add this before the logo area, somewhere right here. So what we'll do is copy this part of the page. Let's first see. This PHP code checks if we have the top menu available, but we didn't call it top, we called it something else. So let's see. We called it top menu. So this PHP code will first check if we have a top menu available. If it does, we'll display it. But by the way, let's first check if we put the same menu right here, whether it will show or not. Okay, not appearing right now, so let's copy the other part without the PHP tags. So let's copy now this part, and now it should appear. It's appearing that, but we are not seeing it properly. Well, we're doing everything properly, but I think that the issue is with the CSS, because if we update, we can see now that everything should display correctly. But if we take a look at the code, now we can see that we have this navigation menu which is showing up in the bottom, and right here is the other one. But if you take a look at the CSS part, we can see now that this attribute makes it to move downwards. So if we uncheck this box, we can see now that this is displaying correctly. So this has the view of absolute, so we need to find a way to correct this. But right now we copied the navigation bar. Now we need to add the other menu which we defined here. So let's do it quickly, whether we have this menu defined or not. If we do, so let's also copy it. So if we take a look at inside this navigation part, what we need is to duplicate this line of code. It's always best to copy it to the child theme directory. But the name should be different. It will be called top bar, just like so. So let's refresh now, and also let's change the, by the way, I forgot to change the name of the code that I copied. It's not top anymore, it's just top bar. If we see the functions, it's top menu, not top bar. Stop menu.